Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. This one is player rankings where myself and George from Ingenuity Fantasy, if you don't know about Ingenuity Fantasy, go to the description, there's a link in there. It's a completely free website, ingenuityfantasy.com. They've got all sorts of good stuff. They've got a transfer wizard which helps you choose what players to buy. They've got match stats from Opta. They've got articles from all sorts of people within the FPL space. And they have the player ranking section, which is what myself and George will be talking through today. So we'll basically be talking through all sorts of different categories and positions: cheap defenders, cheap mids, cheap forwards, premium defenders, premium mids, premium forwards, and we will be ranking our top 10 players in each category for the next 5 game weeks. This one is defenders, so let's get straight into it.
Right, welcome back to the weekly rankings with myself and Brad. This week we are going to start in a place with quite a lot of difference, the cheap defenders. So, let's get started. Probably, I've got Robinson at 1. I'm all in on Robinson, but you've got him at 4. Not quite the top spot for you though. You've still got Colwell up there.
Not quite, yeah. Chelsea's fixtures are just too good for me. Their defence isn't even great. They're not really keeping clean sheets much, but yeah, I thought that they actually defended okay against Brentford for the most part. It was kind of an individual mistake from Colwell that actually led to the goal. But I just think that their fixtures are too good that they won't keep some clean sheets. I do really like Robinson. I think their fixtures are brilliant, which is why he's gone up in my list. I think he was somewhere around 8 last week, gone up to 4th this week, so I do really like him.
And it's pretty, the reasons you just listed there are why I've got him at 1, but also I think the thing that really tips him over the top for me is just how attacking he is. That guy, he almost plays like a left winger when they're in possession. He's just keen to bomb forward, and also what's quite encouraging is we see him do it against big clubs as well. Now, often what you see defenders do, they're playing a low block against your Liverpools or your Man Cities. But, we saw against Liverpool, yes, Liverpool had a man sent off, but, even despite that, despite Liverpool even getting 2, he was still keen on bombing forward. So, it's good to see that Fulham won't play scared, I guess, no matter what the fixture is. So, there's permanent potential returns there for Robinson. I
think that can be said about kind of all Fulham. There's Fulham midfielders that we've got on our lists. There's a Fulham striker as well. I think that can be said about all of their kind of cheap players, is that they've got chances of returning in every game because of the way they're set up.
100%. And then I've still got Gomez quite high. I know Liverpool did have a man sent off, but they do have good fixtures and they are one of the best defences on the planet. He's shown that he's going to probably get starting minutes as well if the last 3 games are anything to go by as well. Not making your list at all. Do you want to talk us through that?
No, I do agree. With every game that goes past, I trust a little bit more that he's going to be starting every game. But I still don't think he is going to start every single game, especially as I think Konate isn't actually that far off. He's not back within the next few weeks or anything like that, but I think it is worth thinking about. If you buy Gomez now, I think he probably is a transfer out whenever Konate's back, which isn't too far away. For me it's just I just don't think that he's going to get enough minutes to warrant being that high, personally.
And that's completely fair. And then, so also just want to touch quickly on Hall and Livramento. So very nice to be able to talk about my own players in this vein. As much love as Lewis Hall is getting, I don't understand why, the opposite guy on the same team isn't getting as much love. If you watch Newcastle, Livramento loves to get forward as well, if not further forward than Hall. I understand Hall has bagged this week, but considering how many people are transferring in Hall, I think Livramento could be a great differential option who is as attacking and on the same team.
I think there's 2 points. They're both very small points that I think is better for Hall. One is that there is a small threat of Trippier getting minutes, albeit smaller and smaller each week that goes by. but there is a chance that Trippier does play a game. Also, I'm pretty sure Hall is on some corners. I'm pretty sure I saw Hall take some corners.
And some free kicks as well.
So that's quite big for me, to be honest. If he's going to be on, however, like half the corners, I don't know quite what the situation is, whether he's taking all the in-swingers or something, but that is quite big, I think. So that they're the only reasons.
Yeah, completely fair. And Dean, you're still sticking out with Luca Dean. Surely we've learnt our lesson over these years with this bloke.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll be rising that far up the lists. I mean, I've got him at 7. I highly doubt he'll get much higher. I do just think he's a pretty solid option. I mean, Aston Villa defence isn't great, but his minutes seem pretty good. He's been benched once or twice, but he is clearly first choice. And when he does play, he is pretty attacking. So he's just an okay option.
Yeah, I think, it's a case where your head tells you he's a good option, but then your heart and, your memory just have still deeply pained by bringing him in. And then Mazraoui, you haven't got at all. I mean, I think part of me bringing in Mazraoui, I liked the way United set up. He was, he's shown he can get forward, but also I think he just passes the eye test for me. Like the guy is a really good player. And if United are gonna, have some momentum from this City game and go into what is a decent set of fixtures, I just think Mazraoui could be a pretty good option there because he's not that expensive either.
Yeah, no, I mean, as a player, I actually really like him this season. I think he's been brilliant for United. The thing I don't trust is, well, one, I don't trust where he plays, because for the first few games under Amorim, he was playing as one of the 3 centre-backs.
Yeah. Now,
the last couple, he's played as the wing-back, but also he was benched in one of the games. I'm not sure where I stand on minutes for most United players at the moment, besides someone like Bruno and probably Ahmad at the moment, I suppose, although he got benched once. So there's not many players that are going to start every game, I don't think, for United. And even if he does, there is a chance that he just starts at centre-back, which is not really... I don't mind the United defence, really, but I probably wouldn't choose a centre-back from them.
Yeah, fair. And then Munoz. So Munoz, even though he's suspended after his 5th yellow card, and that's pretty much the only reason he's missed my list. Otherwise, he would be on there. I still think he's a great option. I don't fully trust Palace. I know they won 3-1, but Palace's defence I don't fully trust. And so for me, it's just. Otherwise, he would be in there.
Yeah, I also don't trust Palace's defence. To be fair, I don't trust Palace in general at the moment. They're a bit weird. I mean, I don't think many people expected them to go and beat Brighton in Brighton, to be honest. So, I completely get it. And I think if he was a little bit more expensive, he maybe wouldn't be an option, but he is quite cheap. He is ridiculously attacking. He plays fully as a winger pretty much. He finds himself just popping up in the box randomly. He's grabbed a couple goals. He got a goal disallowed at the weekend as well, I think. Even though he's suspended this week, after this week, he will be rising up my list pretty quickly, I imagine, just because Palace's fixtures get better and better. Yeah.
I was going to say their fixtures sort of beyond the immediate 5 are just even better. So completely. I may bring him in at some point, but just for now, with the suspension, with the bit of a funk they're in, I'd rather be late to that party than early to it. Right, and then premium defenders. Now, almost nothing to talk about. Not a huge amount of movement here. For me, the only sort of movement I've got really, Gvardiol's come up. City's fixtures are going to get better. He grabbed a goal. He does, get forward quite a lot. That goal threat is significant. But, oh God, Man City just look like an absolute mess at the moment.
Yeah, it's not good for City, to be fair. The one thing that Guardiola's got going for him at the moment as well is that they've got a fair few defensive injuries, so the minutes look probably as solid as they have done for a while, and probably as solid as they will. He does have some ridiculous attacking threat. He'll just randomly pop up with a goal out of nowhere. It's kind of really annoying when you don't own him, but he does just do that weirdly. But and like you say, City's fixtures do get pretty good. Yes, they're a mess, but we could say this every week, but how long do we think that's going to continue? I mean, it's tough, but if it was going to change, then they've got the fixtures to make it change. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And then just two other small points. Porro slid back down mine. He was, even though he came on in 30th minute, still got the clean sheet points. That was an indication that they are willing to rotate him. Whereas before I thought, given Jed Spence isn't the best, Porro probably had that position locked down, or he was one of the ones who wouldn't be rotated that much. So yeah, just a bit of faith there. And then Cucurella slipped to 10. That's only because of the suspension. I mean, the fact he scored is brilliant. The guy gets forward, and Chelsea's attack and their fixtures are brilliant. Genuinely, if Cucurella wasn't suspended, he'd probably be about a 7 spot for me.
Yeah,
what about you?
He stayed pretty high on my list. He stayed at 8. But that's more that there's a lack of other options in the premium defender range. That's not really the fact that I think Cucurella's like so good that he's worth staying high, even being suspended, to be honest. But yeah, no, he is good, and a 5.2 million is not even that expensive for a Chelsea kind of fullback / wingback. So yeah, I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, great. Well, that rounds out the premium defenders. If you want to let us know what you think of our lists, let us know if there's anyone you missed, and we will see you for midfielders.
Okay, and that is all for this one. If you like the video, make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you check out ingenuityfantasy.com for all the good stuff on there, and we will see you in the next one.